Who gives a *T? Rich Paul blasts narrative around LeBron James, clutch power after explosive Genie Bus article. The NBA world is buzzing again, and once more, LeBron James is at the center of a storm that refuses to die. This time, it's not about a missed shot, a playoff exit, or a cryptic social media post. Instead, it's about power, who has it, who doesn't, and who fans think is pulling the strings behind the scenes. After a headline-grabbing article involving Lakers owner Genie Bus reignited long-running rumors about Clutch Sports and LeBron's influence, Rich Paul finally snapped back with a blunt, no-nonsense response that turned heads across the league. Who gives a *T? That was the energy. And it sent a message loud and clear. The article that lit the match. The controversy started when an explosive piece focusing on Genie Bus revisited old claims that the Los Angeles Lakers have been overly influenced by LeBron James and his inner circle, particularly Clutch Sports. The article didn't accuse anyone directly, but it leaned heavily into the familiar narrative. LeBron as the shadow GM, Clutch as the puppet master, and the Lakers as an organization bending to superstar demands. For longtime NBA fans, none of this felt new. The same storyline has followed LeBron from Cleveland to Miami, back to Cleveland, and now Los Angeles. Every front office move, every coaching change, and every roster shakeup somehow gets tied back to LeBron's supposed control. But this time, the framing struck a nerve, especially with Rich Paul. Rich Paul's raw response. Rich Paul didn't bother with PR-friendly wording or carefully constructed statements. When asked about the narrative surrounding LeBron, Clutch, and the Lakers, Paul shut it down in the most direct way possible. Who gives a *T? That wasn't arrogance. That was exhaustion. Paul went on to explain that people love creating villains and conspiracy theories when greatness lasts too long. LeBron's been elite for over 2 decades, and for many critics, it's easier to believe he's manipulating everything than to accept sustained excellence. According to Paul, Clutch Sports doesn't control teams, they advocate for players. And LeBron, despite all the noise, doesn't sign contracts for front offices or force owners into decisions. Yet the narrative persists, largely because it gets clicks. Why LeBron gets blamed for everything? There's a reason LeBron James attracts this level of scrutiny. He's not just a player, he's a brand, a businessman, and one of the most powerful figures in sports history. That combination makes people uncomfortable. When the Lakers win, it's teamwork. When they lose, it's LeBron did this. Coaches get fired. LeBron's fault. Trades don't work. LeBron pushed for them. Front office tension. Clutch pulling strings. Rich Paul pointed out that no other superstar gets blamed this way. Owners make decisions. GMs sign off on deals. Coaches set rotations. But when LeBron is involved, accountability magically shifts. And that, Paul argues, is the real issue, not power, but perception. Genie Bus and the Lakers' reality. Genie Bus has been clear over the years, she runs the Lakers. Period. The organization consults players, just like every other franchise in the modern NBA, but the idea that LeBron owns the Lakers is something Paul flatly rejects. The Lakers are one of the most powerful brands in sports history. Suggesting that a single player, even LeBron James, controls everything undermines the intelligence of the people actually in charge. Rich Paul emphasized that collaboration is not control. Listening to your superstar isn't weakness, it's smart management. The problem is that when LeBron is involved, normal NBA behavior gets framed as something sinister. Clutch Sports, villain or easy target. Clutch Sports has become the most polarizing agency in basketball. To fans and media critics, it's often painted as too powerful, too connected, and too influential. But Paul argues that Clutch's success is exactly why it's attacked. They represent stars. They negotiate hard. They win. And in sports culture, winning off the court can be just as threatening as winning on it. Paul made it clear that Clutch doesn't force trades or sabotage franchises. Players make choices about their careers, and Clutch helps execute those choices. That's literally the job. The LeBron legacy factor. At the heart of all this noise is one unavoidable truth. LeBron James is nearing the end of his career. And whenever legends approach the finish line, the criticism gets louder. Every move becomes a referendum on their legacy. Every rumor turns into a headline. Every quote gets dissected. Rich Paul sees this moment as part of a broader pattern, people trying to rewrite history before LeBron even hangs it up. Instead of appreciating the unprecedented longevity and impact, critics are focused on power dynamics that exist largely in their imagination. Why Rich Paul doesn't care anymore. That's why Paul's response felt different. It wasn't defensive. It wasn't emotional. It was dismissive. He's heard it all before. He knows how the story ends. And he's done playing along. Who gives a **T wasn't just a quote, it was a line in the sand. Final thoughts. This debate isn't really about Genie Bus, clutch sports, or even front office influence. It's about how we talk about greatness. LeBron James has changed the NBA on and off the court, and with that comes discomfort, resentment, and endless speculation.